when I clicked on the link.
Really?
Yeah. Let me try.
Let's have a look.
Unless maybe that's because you haven't started streaming. Have you started streaming?
We are streaming. We're live now.
Hey!
We've been live for 20 seconds. Good morning and welcome to Talking Ball. I'm Ian Coleman. I'm joined by Steve O'Hare. Good morning, Steve. He's still on holiday. I can tell he's... Good morning, Steve.
Hello, mate. I just sent another link out there. I'm all a bit all over the place. So maybe that link will work. I don't know if the other one is took us anywhere.
Oh, okay.
We've
got no Joe today, obviously, and he sets all these little technical things up for us in the morning, so we just have to click in and get on with it. Normally turn up to the show, so we're doing all Joe's jobs this morning, which is always fun and games. But so you had a good week off.
Lovely week off. Yeah. Had a little eye on the market. It's not much of one, obviously, and the only thing I really sort of disappointed I missed was the break of $2,000 for gold.
Yeah, it was good break as well.
Yeah,
and then a bit of a retracement, but thought the dollar index might rally up a bit, and maybe reverse it, but it's just nothing's going anywhere really. Sort of
a little bit of a bounce off there, isn't there? What's it?
Yeah,
from 92.50 up to 93.50. Not much.
After such a monumental rally, you've got to expect a bit of a correction, I suppose.
Yeah. I think I was going to say I think Joe called this quite well on Friday. If he did the Golden Friday, he was looking to buy a dip at 2015.
Yeah,
and that was the low. I don't know whether he actually got triggered or not, but
he put that into Telegram, but we didn't get triggered on
right
on our stuff. It was
I
think it was a level that he saw later on in the day. So unfortunately we didn't have that, but he did.
Can I share my screen? I just wanted to sort of. I know I saw Bogdan asked a question whether it's a bearish outside day or a bearish engulfing, and it depends on what chart you look at. On the prices on here, I'm not exactly sure whether these are from maybe Oanda. I think this is a bearish outside day, and this is the daily chart, and you can see quite clearly a new high and a new low, and the body completely engulfs the previous day's body. So that's a bearish outside day. However, if you looked on this chart, which is the IG chart, it's a bearish engulfing day. Still both very negative. Bearish outside day is more negative than an engulfing. But that's just a little bit technical. It's where where the price it's all about the time zone, I suppose, when the sort of like price opens up. But and the thing I really like today, I'm obviously a gold bull, and I've been for a long while. I think we're going a lot higher. But today, after yesterday, or after Friday's bearish outside day, we've had a bit of consolidation, and on the hourly chart, we've broken through the Ichimoku cloud, which is negative. So looks like we're forming some sort of bearish flag or pennant formation. So I'm looking to sell a break of the 2015, which is Joe's level on Friday. So I think if you break there, we might get a little bit more momentum, bearish momentum to the downside. 1980 is the sort of like the real target level if we do break there, and that'll all be based on dollar strength coming back into the market.
I was going to say maybe a bit of a reversal in the dollar then.
I mean, I'm not quite sure. I don't really have any sort of obviously dollar's negative, but I don't really have any short-term feeling on it, so that's why I'm selling a break rather than just selling it here. This would be just a small retracement back and then push higher again. Silver, let's get rid of the IG charts for a second. Silver I still really like, so I'm looking to buy a dip in silver, as you can see here, around where the lows were. I mean, that's a pretty, this is obviously the let me get the weekly chart up.
It's only up about 120% or something, isn't
it? Yeah. I think that one of the levels we were looking at was around about the $26 level, which we were calling for quite a while. Once we broke the this 21.11 area, we were looking for this around about the $26 level, which is only a 38% retracement, and it's sliced through that, getting close to 50% retracement around about $30.50. So still don't see this slowing down at all while the dollar's having this fallout.
Yeah. Lovely. What do you think stocks?
Yeah, stocks are a funny one, aren't they? I was looking at this morning, and obviously I'm a stock bear, always have that sort of preferred bias to sort of sell it. But I suppose the FTSE is the one that's always a little bit tricky. And we've had, this is obviously the weekly chart. We've had this obviously bounce back from the March lows, topped out around about the previous swing low, which was lovely, and that's June. And we've had this sell-off in FTSE since then. But then you jump across to the Nasdaq, and it's a completely different story. The tech stocks are in demand for obvious reasons. So yeah, and S&Ps. Look at this; it's sort of like pushing again towards the previous all-time highs.
Yeah,
you just can't stand in the way of it. I think there's small intraday opportunities, but you've got to be really tight with your stops. This is just a, with all the support that the banks are throwing at it and the governments are throwing at it, there's no point in sort of like taking a sort of like medium to longer term bear view on it. But,
they're just a bit undecisive about the next lot they're going to chuck at it at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a bit, it's a bit of a bubble, but I don't know.
Yeah. I was looking at FTSE this morning just to try and get a bit of a read on cable, and it's actually not gone anywhere for 2 weeks. Well, it has intraday, but it's virtually at the same level that we opened up 2 weeks ago. So
I mean, there's a daily chart, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, if
you had an RSI on there, a relative strength index, I'm sure it would just be around 50. It's just not really going anywhere, is it? I'll just flip to my charts. I just want to talk about the dollar, which, but I mean, this was what Joe and I were discussing this last week, the potential for a sort of double bottom formation. I mean, after you've had such a monumental slide, I mean, there's no sort of technical levels down here. We've got a 61.8% fib, but last week we did post a doji candle, just highlights indecision, sometimes seen at the base of a trend, but not always. And if you sort of go to this shorter time frame, we were talking about this double bottom formation. We did become dollar bulls, obviously. I think it was Thursday last week, just on the back of this nice sort of outside bars, and there was a few of them in sort of 3 hours, 4 hours, I think 8 hours, something ridiculous. And then we've seen this move to the upside. So I'm just wondering whether or not we're just going to creep a bit higher. I mean, if you're going a bit closer, wave 1, wave 2, 3, 4, bit of consolidation, then maybe up towards here. I haven't put a fib on it. And then potentially just get a bit more chop, because if you then pull it out again, that's that swing high, which would confirm the double bottom formation, but it's also a 261.8% fib. So, potentially up to there and then down to here and then up to there, it's a bit of sort of range trading. And I think that's what we're going to get this week. I don't think there's any real sort of, we had non-farm on Friday, which is a bit of a non-event again. And if we go to sort of the majors, I think you can play this 2 ways. So a lot of them look like they're going to form head and shoulders patterns. So you got sort of, this dotted line here is our bespoke support, and these are these swing lows. So potentially down to hit there and then up to form a right shoulder. So left shoulder, head, right shoulder. I'm going to try to sell the rally in that one this morning because it's just indecisive about where they're going to go, I think. And then buying the dip in this one. So that was euro dollar, and this is cable. So sort of only because I think euro sterling looks a bit a bit weak, and sort of if you flick through all these dollar majors, they're all sort of about the same. You've got a swing high here. This is dollar Swiss. You've got 78.6% pullback here. So again, double bottom potentially, but if it hits this level, if I put another fib on here, I think this is 50%, then if it pulls down from here and then goes up to 78.6, then you've got a Gartley pattern. So and it's invariably quite choppy in all of these formations. I've got Gartley on here for sort of dollar yen if it moves lower. That C leg can go all the way up to here as long as it's a tick below the A leg. So that was just what we had on the chart this morning. And again, sort of dollar CAD, is this going to be a reverse head and shoulders? So we're in between our bespoke support and resistance. So we've got support here, swing low, and we've got resistance here. So it could well hit this resistance level and then come down, form the right shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder to go higher. Aussie dollar's the same, really. Swing highs. So I just think we're going to get chopped around again this week, and even the crosses don't look particularly tasty. But I think we have got a mild dollar bias for the short term anyway.
Yeah.
And then potentially just moving lower again to form some strange pattern on this intraday chart probably. But yeah, so in for fun and games this week, I think.
Yeah. So Euro sterling, you sort of saying it is a little bit.
I'm just looking at this. I mean, only because we've got some lower highs.
Yeah.
We got our bespoke resistance at 90.39. I actually called this for the gun to the head on Friday, and I think it was literally flat by the time we got the close.
Right. Got a nice move out of it, but it just came back.
Yeah. And I think this is a descending triangle formation. We've got bespoke resistance 90.39, and we've got that trend of lower highs at 90.44. So a nice little sort of 5-tick barrier here, but I don't know if we're going to get up to it, to be honest. But I mean, on a risk reward basis, if you get down to this level, in fact, that's going to be my trade of the day.
Get in there, done it, smashed it.
Yeah, that's the measured move on a break of this support. So euro yen again, we got a breakout of the wedge formation. I'm sort of going nowhere at the moment. It's not exactly an impulsive breakout. I mean, what I do like on this one as well is 124.95 is our bespoke resistance. You got 124.99 as a, well, it might be a little bit higher now. 125.03 as a reverse trendline resistance. So again, you've got 8-tick barrier for potential shorts on there. But like I was saying, I mean, they're all a bit Aussie yen. There's scope for moving either direction, really. It's going to be a nasty start to the week, I think. But what was Joe's trade of the day? Let's have a look. Seems such a long time ago. He hasn't put it on the thing, but we'll update this. But I'll have a look at the video and update the spreadsheet later.
How did you do in the trade of the days last week? Any good?
Mixed, I would say. Yeah. Mixed to down. We had a few small winners, but we had bigger losses than the winners. Yeah. Put it that way. It was quite choppy. What are you looking at for trade of the day, Stevie?
Yeah, I haven't really thought. Well, I'll tell you what
nothing
I'm going to do.
Out.
No, nothing jumping out, but just maybe I'm looking at selling the break in gold, obviously at 2015. But again, this last 4-hour candle, I mean, it expires at 10 o'clock, so it's got a little way to go. Looks like it's rejected. So if we look at the hourly chart, we seem to be having resistance around this 2037 level. Trading 20.31.5. So I might go for a little as your father. Sell it here, 21.31.5. 20.37.5 would be the stop. And I go for a little 4-to-1 Dubry. 2,007.5. So maybe just sort of preempting this bearish flag, bearish pennant, whatever you want to call it. So getting short in gold, there'll be a lot of people out there going, "What are you doing getting short gold? You're mad, man." But maybe they're just maybe just a little bit of it's only a technical correction.
Yeah.
It's going. I think this is going much higher, but you're going to get. It's not going to be a straight line thing. Obviously,
No.
nothing is.
The focus on that dollar as well, the US dollar, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean,
I do like
that's
bearish outside candles, though. I never ignore them.
Yeah.
Especially on a daily chart or a weekly chart. So I don't think that's a bad call myself. Good luck.
Cheers. What about you?
I'm going to go for same one as Friday. So I'm just going to jump on this euro sterling again, and hopefully it'll get a decent move to the downside. We have got UK unemployment at 9:30, so I will probably know pretty quick whether or not it's any good. Getting short at 90.11, targeting that measured move at 88.76, and I'll have a 35 tick stop. So it gives me 3.86 R, hoping for a break of that descending triangle formation for a measured move target down here. So anybody who doesn't know how to formulate those, it's the high to the support of the triangle formation, then you just project it lower. So like I said, Friday was US unemployment or employment data. It was slightly stronger than forecast, but we didn't really see that much of a move in the dollar. It was pretty calm day really for non-farm. Today we have got let's have a look. We've got major market events, US JOLTS job openings. I don't think that's a major market event. And the US Labour report that comes in on Tuesday. But we have got, if I just share my screen, this is FX Street, I suppose I should say that, economic calendar. We've got UK employment at 9:30, expecting a build to 4.2%, and average earnings. And then going through the rest of the day, we've got the ZEW surveys. They used to be quite market moving, didn't they, Stevie, back in the day?
Yeah.
I don't think they really do a lot these days. It's basically economic sentiment from business owners. And then this afternoon, we've got PPI, producer price index, inflationary figures at 130. Again, you can see here the red ones are market moving, or what they expect to be market moving. These little yellow ones, non-events, and then the orange ones have potential, basically. So there's not a great deal out overnight, though. If anybody's trading,
it's Wednesday.
APAC.
Is that Tuesday?
Am I jumping? I'm jumping miles in front. So we haven't got anything today.
After all that, well, you know what we got tomorrow. That's what I like.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna have to redo the whole of Talking Bull this morning. I don't want that euro sterling trade anymore.
I'm sure
that's employment figure tomorrow. So
yeah, I'm sure everyone's sort of phased out there. So don't worry.
Yeah, probably. Hundreds of viewers.
With the individual stocks, we've got Barrick Gold results out today, Canadian, and Nutrien Limited, Duke Energy, Marriott International, PPL Core. So a few results out today. We've still got the earnings season on us, and can't see much more. A few bond auctions this afternoon. Fed Evans speaking at 9 o'clock, and then a few others later. Who's this later? Yeah, we got the sort of like a bit of EU news and.
Okay. So not really a manic Monday.
No,
more of a mellow Monday.
Yeah, a little mellow Monday, little sort of nice little bounce in the dollar. That's it.
Lovely.
That's all we're looking for. Yeah, but apart from that,
anything else?
No, I'm all good for that.
Okay,
get my head in the game, and let's see how the markets move out today.
Go through Joe's 25 pages of instructions now to see what we're supposed to be doing.
Exactly. 1, 2, skip a few, 24, 25.
Sounds good. All right. Have a good one.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Cheers.